Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft discussion. We're going to try this little bit of a winter. It's Trey Gorge here. So that's Frances, that's what I tell my kids. And that's King Lear making a ton of noise back there because he wants out. You would think they've never eaten before in their lives. Anyway, so we'll try this with the wind, and if not, we'll just give it a go mañana. It's not a huge big deal. But this is, my name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I am here to help people be a channel for people learning to become the boss of their brains, because thoughts come first and feelings come second, and then actions or behavior. So by practicing thought control, it goes like this: only two choices. Either we control our thoughts, or our thoughts control us. There's only, so which is more pleasant, you know what I mean? Obviously controlling our thoughts. So that said, this also helps, that the underlying theme there is I help channel people see their own value, I think, which is kind of my mission, anti-shame campaign, all that good stuff. So today's talk is on just don't give a shit, and I gotta give a shout out to Sarah Knight, who wrote the book about the magical, oh shoot, I don't have it in front of me, of not giving an F-U-C-K. Anyway, Sarah Knight of not giving, of not giving an F-U-C-K. I'm just changing it to shit because it's a little easier on the ears. No offense to Sarah, because I think her book's hysterical and also very good. But this inspired me to just talk about it. So, the big question is, oh, and by the way, I'm trying to sit down so King Lear doesn't see me and make even more racket. So here's the question. Are you overwhelmed with your life and super stressed out because you overbook yourself? Because if that's the case, then this is definitely the video for you. And this is because you're giving way too many shits about stuff. And the first part, I guess, just like anything else, is to make two columns and separate the things worth giving a shit from those not worth giving a shit. That's really what it's about. And what we're talking about with the shits we're giving, right, is our time, our energy, and or cash, money, right? So really, when it boils down to it, what we are talking about is our very, very most valuable commodity, which is our life minutes. And so now my daughter's home, so we'll see. I have to do this one tomorrow. So it comes down to, for the most part, we are saying, yes, when what we really want to say is no. And I just had this discussion with my Minecrafters this past week, and they're pretty traditional college age students. They're mostly 18 to 22, heavy emphasis on 18 because I have a lot of first years. And right away it rolled out of them. Why do we say yes when we really want to say no? Right away they say, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or because I'll feel guilty, I'll feel bad, I feel like I'm a bad person. Then there's FOMO, fear of missing out, right? And then there's sort of extended FOMO, we call it, because if so-and-so friends group invites us or invites me a bunch of times and I said no 2 or 3 times in a row, they're going to stop asking me. So the FOMO is amped up. So basically it comes down to external approval seeking is what this is about. So we're giving shits about stuff that's outside of us, and caring about what people think is a lot of it. And for grown-ups, all that can apply to seasoned grown-ups too, but a lot of times we're talking about a professional reputation and whatever. Here's the thing, your reputation isn't inside of you. Your reputation's walking around in the minds of lots and lots of people. And here's the big clincher here, is the big truth, clinching truth, is that we cannot control what anybody else thinks at all, even if it's about us. So that's something really important to let go of. Let go of what people think. And sometimes people say, oh, you don't understand, I'm wired that way. Oh, bullshit. Because we might be more wired that way, but it comes down to first becoming aware of whatever it is we want to change, right? We can't do what we don't know. And then once we become aware, we then have the responsibility. Dr. Dave, we can't run. Once we know, we can't run anymore. Okay, I need to work on this. And then we commit, and then whenever we practice, we inevitably get good at it. It's just how it works. And it's also important, our life minutes, talking about the shits given, right? meaning our life minutes and how we choose to spend them. There are only so many life minutes, life seconds, if you really want to break down, in any one day to spend on people. I mean, that's just, how it is. And so we have to really sort of learn to to spend them like they're cash. And so Sarah Knight, in her very cool book, talks about establishing, well, she says an FUCK budget. We're going to say a give a shit budget. Like, what is our give a shit budget? Just like you would do an Excel sheet for, your mortgage or rent, your car payment, cable, internet, food, puppy food, looking at Giovanni over there made me think of it, miscellaneous. We have a budget, right? And so we really need to budget our time that way, in the same way, because our valuable life minutes, I'm going to want, that 4 hours of a fabulous 56 back, when I'm ready to go hang gliding or skydiving when I hit 90 or 100. I mean, I want it back. Not getting it. So here's the thing. We have to weigh out all these obligations, and we have to learn to get better at saying no to stuff. And also making sure that we show up with bells on to things we do give a shit about. So I know, especially in our big, wonderful, huge, it's like, because of course I have my, you've seen my, my backstory. So my husband's wonderful side of the family. It's like if you see my big fat Greek wedding, we're like that, only Irish version. Everybody's loud and everybody's business, and we're awesome. We drink wine and we have Trivial Pursuit wars late at night, and Thanksgiving, it's the best. And we give a shit about them, absolutely. And then when it comes down to a third cousin, twice removes, sisters, cousin who married ins, beagles, puppies, birthday, no. I'm not doing that. Like, unless they're, your inner layer of onion, to give up a day like this, look around. This gorgeous October sunshiny day in northern Vermont, a Sunday with the beautiful foliage. They've got to be my own kids, maybe my favorite cousin, obviously my husband and his parents. But if it's somebody's like on the periphery on a day like this, no. And we can get the strength by sending. Well, I'm kind of old school, but you can circle that little thing on the card within the card. I don't even think they do that anymore with RSVP. Then you don't actually have to talk to anybody. Or you can email, or you can leave a message, kind of thing, instead of having an awk conversation that's going to feel terrible and painful. But to take a day like this, those life minutes need to be spent on people who bring us happiness and joy. And we're not even saying that the people, when we say we're not giving a shit about the people, it's not like, being an evil demon and just not caring about like their health or something. No, it's just that they don't make the cut for a day like this, or if it's someone at work's friends, cousins, whatever. No, not a day like this. Not 5 hours of it. Because it's too valuable. And think of it like if you would spend, $20. From the Housewives last night. We have a daughter binge watches that. Like I would spend maybe $20, maybe 40, maybe $50 on it if they were great, on sunglasses, because I know eventually I'm going to lose them. She had sunglasses that were like 5 digits and some kind of purse, I forget the name of what it was, $95,000. In my opinion, actually makes me want to puke, to be honest with you, but that's just an enormous amount. So you got to think about like spending the life minutes on a day like this. And like one of our sons constantly, our youngest son constantly says, when we swap out our life minutes, we're making a choice to give up here with the person I'm with, or maybe I'm by myself. I have a great day on this deck by myself, or I'm with one of my kids or my husband or whatever. To make a choice to go do whatever said baby shower, again, if it's like the third cousin twice removed, whatever, it's a huge sacrifice. Let's say if I were sitting the youngest son was there, one of my other kids or whatever, I just thought of him because he's the one who said it. Or if it's a time alone, giving up this to go be there, So think of it about like a cash purchase. Most people wouldn't spend $95,000 on a purse. Bad purchase, in general. Well, I don't even care if I'm trying to be judgmental. That's hard. That's a tough one. You could like feed Ghana with that much money, but sorry, can't help it. There go the goats. Caitlin's letting him out. Okay, so you want to just not give a shit, not care what people think. We can't change what they think anyway. And as far as what we say to people, I go by this, because we have to care about people's feelings. We're not saying be a jerk. Hear me loudly, okay? And I operate by this. I can only control what I say, not what you hear. So always, like my friend Father Mike would say, You got to say how you feel. Say it with honesty and kindness. Politely decline the invitation with honesty and kindness if it doesn't make the cut. If it just doesn't make the cut. Because our life minutes are about the first string, maybe the second, not the bench. It's just how it is. And so getting better at not giving a shit will have you so much happier, because you'll be spending your life minutes on the people, the circumstances, and the things, all of it, that bring you joy and happiness, and the reverse to the people you're with. So that's it. Learn how to not give a shit and spend your life minutes as if they were cash. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the gorgeous northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.